kind of like something for, it's like a water, that's a solar fountain there. I actually got that idea from Robbie on Robbie and Gary's channel. And she uses these solar fountains. And this seems to work well because it brings in birds, but it also brings in, I know wasps love that. And wasps happen to be the #1 pollinator for these plants right here, I noticed. These are okra plants, and I grow these because my mother is from the southern U.S. and she grew up and loves okra. She grew up on it, and she makes like an okra stew with tomatoes and a bunch of other stuff. So I have a green velvet okra plant that I'm growing here. This hasn't produced anything, but it seems since we've had some hot days, it's starting to produce now. These are probably going to turn into nice okras. Look like they were pollinated, so that's good. This has been producing. That one is green velvet. This one is Clemson spineless. So I get okra off this every day and actually just drop it in a bag in the freezer. And usually last year I ended up with, I don't know, 2 or 3 gallon bags of okra. And here I wanted to grow this just because it's a little different. And it is burgundy okra. So this actually produces pretty well also. There we go. There's one there. And you can see I've had to drop some powder. I use Captain Jack's bug dust. And then I actually rinse most of it off in the morning so that the pollinators can still do their thing. That seems to be working out pretty well. Also had some of those famous June bugs that invaded. Now, let's move on. Right here is a cucumber plant, and this thing is like a monster. I mean, I clip this, I'm gonna say I clip it at least twice a week just to cut off leaves that are growing and, you know, when it's extending out everywhere. Like for instance, if we look under here, you will see that I have that cucumber vine extending out here, and actually have cucumbers right there, and they're going all around. Wait a minute, let me get here so you can see it. There you go. There goes a nice sized cucumber right there. And here's another one right here. And inside, oh, here's another one right there. Can you see that? Let's see. Oh, look at that, I'm blind. There is one right there. This thing produces very, very well. So I'm happy. And there are going to be some more probably inside here, but I'm lazy. I don't feel like digging right now. And this is just like kind of like a makeshift little trellis that I put together. A couple of sticks and some of that poultry netting that I had to give it something to hang on. Oh, look. I actually really like the way the flowers look on okra. I think they're very pretty. I have another plant that produces flowers like that. Let's see, what's that? That's thyme. That was in the ground. I pulled it out and put it in a pot. That was in when the garden was in the center. So the garden used to be right there, right about there. You can see my brown grass because it is actually very hot in July, and this is bluegrass, and I do pretty well with it. But when it gets hot, it goes brown. There's Max. So here is my sweet banana pepper plant. I pretty much pick peppers off of this every day or so. Now, since it got hot, I went and just harvested as much as I could. And I'm just gonna let these grow to some size right here. There you go. All right. Now here, this is actually a plant that I'm proud of because I could not grow eggplant to save my life. I would get one eggplant out of the whole season, and it would be a small eggplant. So this year, I actually am getting a decent harvest. So you see that one, you're like, ah, you only got one eggplant this year too. Haha. No, that is not true. Because if you go down here, you see, look at the big payoff. Look at the big payoff. Oh man, this stuff makes me happy. I gotta tell you, I get very excited. Look, there's another little one that's coming. You see it? There's another one. And what else do we have in here? Here we go. There's more.